ladies and gentlemen, to Sports World Dubbo, where we are continuing the grand finals of the 2016 Australian Junior Indoor Cricket Championships. I'm Cameron Walter. We have two fantastic games for you here in the 15 and under boys division between Queensland and the New South Wales Country Cyclones, and the 17 and under girls division between Victoria and again the New South Wales Country Cyclones. We're live thanks to Destination New South Wales and the Western Plains Regional Council. We hope you're enjoying our continuing coverage. Stick with us through these two games, followed by the 17 and under boys grand final. We'll have a quick chat to the captains from our 15 and under boys grand final. As I said, that's between Queensland and the Cyclones. We'll call up the Queensland captain, Murdoch Hogan. Come on over, Murdoch. Big grand final, mate. How are you feeling about the match?
I'm feeling excited. I'm keen to see how the boys are going. We've done good this week, worked well as a team. I'm keen to see how we go.
Very good. You guys have played each other twice throughout the tournament. It's one each. You think you have the edge today?
I think yesterday's game gave us good confidence and we'll be really confident, and I'm looking forward to this game.
Do you have any last words for your teammates?
Just enjoy the moment, stick to the plan, work well as a team, and have a bit of fun.
Well done, mate. Good luck in the game. The captain of the opponent, the New South Wales Country Cyclones, Brock Clarence. How are you feeling about the game, Brock?
Yeah, a bit nervous.
You think you can fight through the nerves?
Yeah, should be right.
Well, as I said to Murdoch, you played each other twice. It's one each. It's time to get in front on the ledger.
Yeah, come back harder than yesterday. Put a good fight today.
That's the way. It's we're here in country New South Wales, so you're on home turf. You think that gives you an advantage?
Yeah, it should. Hopefully get a crowd out.
There you go. That's a message from the country captain. Big noise from the country crowd. Any last words for your team?
Just have fun, go hard.
That's the way. Good luck, guys. Go and join the team. So the 15 round of the boys grand final will be taking place on screen 2. So for those that are tuning in to see that game, please flick on over to the 17 round of the girls grand final between Victoria and the Cyclones. I'll call up the Victorian captain, Chloe Rafferty. How are you feeling about the game, Chloe?
Excited, pumped.
That's good. You've only played each other once throughout the tournament. You guys have the edge. Are you going to repeat that performance today?
Yeah, I think all the girls are pumped up to play the Cyclones again. It's going to be a good fight between us.
Very good. Any last word for your teammate?
Have fun. Good luck to you all. Hope you enjoy the week and enjoy the moment.
Good on you, Chloe. Good luck today. To the Cyclones captain, Kirsten Smith, coming over. How are you and the girls feeling?
Yeah, pretty good. A bit nervous and excited at the same time.
Do you think you girls have what it takes to get over Victoria? They're probably coming as favourites, as the underdogs. Do you think you can do it?
Oh, we're improving every day, so hopefully we can bring our A game today and win.
We're defending champs, so you would think so.
Hopefully.
Any last words for your teammates?
Good luck, play hard, and yeah, enjoy the moment.
Very good. Congratulations. Good luck today. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. We've got two cracking games of indoor cricket coming up. And for the moment, if I could ask everyone in the venue to please be upstanding, it's time for the Australian National Anthem.
You're on. And welcome to Dubbo Sports World. You're with David Clear. And welcome to the National Junior Indoor Cricket Championships and the Cricket Australia live stream. It's all come down to this, the culmination of a fantastic week of indoor cricket. And we've got the Queensland 15s and under boys taking on the New South Wales Cyclones. Country New South Wales have come to take on the Queenslanders. And Queensland won it in 2012, the Cyclones 2013, but Victoria have won it the last 2 years. So we'll have a new winner this year. Very much looking forward to it. And I'd like to issue a warm welcome. My fellow commentator today, Bruce Arnold. Welcome, Bruce.
Thank you, David, and welcome to Dubbo, ladies and gentlemen that are watching. This is going to be one of the closest fought finals. We've seen both teams play this week. Their for and against is very, very close, David. The support for both teams is going to be fantastic. The semi-final, fantastic game. Only 20 or 30, but at this level, 20 or 30 is nothing. This is a final. They're coming to play, and you know, for New South Wales country hosting in Dubbo, that's a huge effort for them to play in front of their own home state. Their support's going to be huge, and you know, I couldn't ask for a better start.
Yeah, New South Wales country really producing some talented indoor cricketers. We've seen them. We're in the 17s and under grand final in the adjoining court next to us as well with the girls. But looking forward to a great game. And Queensland have won the toss and decided to bat. What do you think might be their strategy, Bruce, with batting first?
Well, they started off with a 30-run start, first semi-final. They went on to get 130. It's going to work in anyone's favour. The first 4 overs, most important of the final. Look, young Corn, very talented bowler for Cyclones. They want the start. They need a wicket early. Queensland will want that first over out the way, get a couple out of the middle. Look, Tonks and Laird that are opening for Queensland. Accomplished 2 right-handed bats, done the job all week for them. This is going to come down to who settles first. Whoever settles, if the bowler settles, gets it online, they get get a quick wicket early, get into the game early. Queensland, they'll want to keep them out, Dave.
Yep.
They'll want to keep them out for that first 4.
And, you know, the 13, 14, 15-year-olds, how will the nerves take effect with those boys?
If you haven't played in one of these before, or you haven't played in a final, say at school or club, or it's a different atmosphere.
Yep.
A lot more people watching.
Yep.
Again, concentrate on the game, inside the square box, play cricket and enjoy it.
Yep. And what a thrill. They'll be beamed throughout the web, throughout Australia, throughout the world on indoor.cricket.com.au, and we're very happy to be bringing it to you live ball by ball this final.
The Laird and Tonks will open for Queensland. Young Corn with the ball. This is game on. This is going to be a great start to this tournament.
So Jackson Corn and the captain Brock Lawrence has had such a good week with bat and ball. I sensed a few nerves pre-match for him, and so it's another step up this game here. But a great experience for all the boys to be exposed to this sort of challenge. And,
I think it is. I agree, Dave. And you know, umpire from South Australia. He'll be looking forward to his final too. So
sure.
Wish everyone all the best. Hope the commentary people back wherever you may be. Hope you enjoy David and I today. And let's play cricket.
So we're ready to go. Jackson Corn opening the bowling. This ball on a good length, but clipped off his toes into the fielder. So made some good contact, but fortunately into the foot for the Cyclones. Tom Attlee up there is pretty sharp in the front court, joined by Pretty in the front court there. So 1 to Queensland. This ball laid back, a nice drive into the off net. Just laying back on that one nicely, Tonks. Harry Tonks just playing it late. This ball clipped into the side net. Lawrence just doesn't handle that one. So again, playing it under his nose. Laird, good start for him. 2 scored.
I'm probably thinking from Don Skinner's point of view as coach here. He'd want Corn at the stumps every ball, make him play straight, don't give him the little extras, and put a Queensland under a bit of pressure like that. That's where Corn's got a bowl.
Exactly right, Bruce. And Corn following that up, just as you said, very full and straight. And Queensland has no chance of a run there. So on full toss and just leg glance there for a single. Tom Attlee almost glancing it onto the stumps. Very energetic in the field, trying to run off some of these nerves, the Cyclones boys.
And as a batting side, you're probably looking 6 to 8 runs in every over. If you get 8, you're fantastic. But 6 is a great start.
Full toss again and hit it straight back down the wicket. Prosper takes the bars off, but Laird too quick. Runs through there. So just a single, but a solid opening for Queensland. And they score 7 off the first over for Jackson Corn. But Corn, good accuracy that over and bowling very full. So that'll be interesting to see if they stick to that plan, the Cyclones, all through the innings.
Dave, I thought in the semi-final, I thought that Cyclones was just a little short of a line. But you can be short in outdoor, and they'll let it go through. But here, if you're a little bit short and off your line, it's easy to put this ball away for those two. So it'll be interesting to see if they just straighten this line to middle and off, make them play straight, and Queensland will be under the pump.
And it's interesting on their surface, on the boards, as you say, Bruce. We've seen the short ball just hold up a little bit. Gives the batsman time.
It does, and I think you can play a little bit more off the back foot. And
Batley a head-high full toss, but he controls that well down into the side net and a no ball. So bonus there for Queensland. A bit wild, that first ball.
Yeah, and for the viewers at home, a no ball is on the full if it's above your waistline. It's exactly like outdoor. 2 runs scored, and because they got the extra 2, they get 4 off that ball, and the score moves on to 11.
So Tom Nelson in the front court for the Cyclones up there, waiting for an opportunity. Co-captain with Brock Lawrence. Atley, this ball on line, just a little outside edge, but into the corner safely. So getting right over the top of that one was Laird. Score onto 12. Atley bowling, generating some good pace here. And clamping down on that one nicely. A backhand flick there from Pretty, but can't stop the 2.
And just like you said, Dave, that was just a little bit short of the length and just stopped on the batsman, giving him a bit more time to go back. Laid off the back foot too. It just probably got a little bit further up and probably middle and leg and keep these singles to singles.
So not a good length and play it. And Lawrence keeps it off the side net. But a down and up there. Plenty of air time for the ball, allowing the batsman through for an easy single.
And a better line there from Atley too. See, just nice and tight. Don't give them their spares outside.
Forcing the batter to hit straight, Atley. And a lovely drive. That's into the side net for 3. And really getting right over the top of that one, punching it into the court was Laird. A lovely shot.
Last ball in the over, and I think if I remember correctly, Queensland got off to a 20 start off their first 2, and they're very close to that, replicating from yesterday's semi.
And again, leaning a square cut this time. Square drive for a couple more for Tonks. So these two, a confident start. And not showing too much sign of nerves, these two batsmen.
No, they're playing straight, and that's probably the best thing, but they're waiting for the ball. I think sometimes you can get a little bit, in this game, a little bit too aggressive, and the ball will go in the air because you're trying to force them. But they've got to come back here. Cyclones, my own opinion, probably take a little bit of pace out of the game. Concentrate on that length. But the captain is up to bowl.
Brock Lawrence, such a good week with bat and ball.
Impressed with this gentleman. I think that number 77 for Cyclones, fantastic effort this week. But can bowl a little bit of off spin, can bowl a little quick too, so I'm impressed.
So Lawrence with an off spinner first up, and just getting over the top of that one nicely was Tonks, just putting it into the corner for 2. So Josh Laird has had a good week with the bat, averaging 18 per bat. Tonks nearly 15. This one a leg spinner, but he comes down the wicket, uses his feet, gets to the pitch, and hits it into the side net. 2 for Laird. Using his feet nicely there, Josh Laird, getting to the pitch of it.
I think that length's important. I've noticed it over the first 2 overs. Just a little full. Just got to bring it back a little bit.
Leg spinner again. Oh, outside edge. Doesn't quite carry to Nelson. They get through for 1. So,
and that's bringing him forward. That's what we just talked about. Lawrence has got a chance to bring him forward.
Short and easily lapped into the side net for 2. So these Queenslanders continue to build a very healthy opening partnership. on a good length here. Play straight back down the wicket. They go. Lawrence hits the stumps. There's an appeal. He's out. So hitting straight and running Tonks, but just too much pace on the ball. And Lawrence didn't have to do too much just to turn around and take the stumps.
Again, just taking that pace out of the game, make the batsmen play there against what they want to do, and the score goes to 22. They opened yesterday with a 33-run partnership, so game in the balance here.
Shortish comes down the wicket. He lets it alone, and Corn takes the stumps off. Plays and misses. Left his crease, but Lawrence dropping that ball a little shorter and couldn't quite get to the pitch of the ball, Tonks.
As you said an over ago, the ball stayed a little low because of the wooden surface. Ball's not getting as much bounce as he gets, so again, under the bat, straight through to Corn, stumped.
We saw in the 13s final, the game prior to this one, the slow bowlers really making an impact. They took the majority of the wickets this morning, the spinners and the slow mediums.
And this is an interesting change here by Cyclones. Young Corn, who open innings for the Cyclones, is going to bowl again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, you can't bowl one over after the other, but you certainly can bowl the very next over after that first one. So an interesting move here by Cyclones. They've done a bit of homework by the looks of it. 17 on the board. Last over this pair.
Forward straight on the pitch, they don't go. He's backed up a bit far. He's thrown the stumps down, Pearce, and Laird out of his crease. Backed up too far there. He did hit say no pretty early, but Laird was just backing up a little bit too far there and out from a direct hit from Pearce. Just went a little far there, Bruce, with the backing up.
Again, Corn's line was superb. Middle and off. Made him play straight. Ball up the centre of the park. Game on.
Very full. Clampstone on that one. Bat to leg.
Great bowling.
No run possible. Yorker length. So getting on top the last 2 overs, the Cyclones. This one fallen nicely clipped into the off, and it hits the stumps with a throw. Atley tapped that on beautifully, but not out. Made his ground.
That would be very, very close down there, and the umpire right above it can see everything that's going on. So his decision's final. 2 runs scored. Score goes to 14.
On a full toss this time, laying back on that one nicely for 2 was Laird.
And in the grand final, Dave, if I was batting first, 6 ball overs, 20 runs is definitely what you're looking at minimum. And I think that
put the foundation on you.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's
The full toss, a nicely clipped down
through.
at 4 runs. Well, Tonks, good indoor cricket technique there, hitting the ball into the court over the head of the Lawrence fielder there on the line.
Score goes to 19.
Corn again short of a length, and he misses this one, outside leg stump. So that's over, and that's it for the first pair, 19. So Bruce, a solid start. First 2 overs, they looked like they were going to get quite a decent score, over 30, but the spin of Lawrence certainly changed the momentum. But 19, a solid start for the Queenslanders.
2 things we can take out of that. They took the pace out of the game.
Yep.
And of course, well, they had to make them play. That's the first one. The second one was Corn's second over, bowled at the stumps. And I think that's the key here today. You just don't give them the easy way out. Clark's coming to the wicket. I've been impressed with this young fella's bowling. But again, he's got to do the right thing here. And don't take the foot off the pedal here. They're going to bowl these lines and just put ball after ball and make Queensland work as hard as they can. Left and right hand combination, I believe. Noah Gilbert at the non-striker's end. And this looks like James Crichton, I believe. Jaden Crichton at the striker's end. So left-right combo, Clark to bowl, game on.
Noah Gilbert, very good week with the bat for him. 107 runs. Clark straight on the stumps, but nicely off his legs for 2. And Lawrence very quick with the back flick. He's going to keep the pressure on the batter, keep him honest.
And that skill level, being able to pick it up or one-handed, off the net, driven, flick, over the stumps. These are skills you learn at indoor cricket, and you've got to be very, very good at them.
So good pace off the leg, but they won't go this time, down leg side. Clark generating some decent pace here.
I thought that Clark's bowled well all week. And certainly shows it.
Oh, it's up-ish, but it's hit the back net. It threw for a 7. Well, he just really lent on that one. Noah Gilbert, and hitting it straight off the middle. But it just kept rising to the back net. Brilliant shot.
And probably didn't even have to hit it. Use the pace of Clark. Just with a nice open flat bat, which all outdoor and indoor would love. So you always see the flat facing at the ball.
Clark again short and just laying back on that one. Down and up nicely for a couple.
2 to the corner. Score goes to 30. We talk about momentum. Cyclones had it in the first, their back 2 overs of that first 4. All of a sudden, just turning a little bit towards Queensland.
Can change so quickly, can't it?
It does. It's a quick game. You're never out of this game.
Very full up-ishly, but beautifully timed and through for 2.
And that's the good part about this game. It only takes 1 or 2 overs, and all of a sudden, you're back in a match.
Yep. Noah Gilbert, look, he's finding that middle of the bat. A beautiful shot off his toes there. Clark short and laying back on that one nicely is Crichton for a couple.
Crichton off the back foot there. Just like you said in the first set, if you bowl a little short, it stays a little low, and the batsman gets a good look at it. So just not coming onto the bat, but it's certainly that's a start Queensland would have loved.
Excellent over for this pair. 15 off their opening over this partnership. So Clark generating some pace, and not unlike, reminded me a little bit of Brett Lee and his action.
Agreed.
If he can get up near his pace, he'd be pretty happy.
Thomas Nelson up, one of the captains of the Cyclone side. I've seen him play this week. Doesn't come onto the bat. It's a good decision here. Just taking the pace out of the game.
So this ball down leg side and called so by the umpire. Some bonus runs for Queensland.
Nelson's been able to generate a lot of run-outs because of his speed. Doesn't hit the deck that hard, but makes the batsman play the shot. And his fielders are doing a tremendous job for him with the Cyclones.
This one a full toss and into the side net. Lawrence back flick, but can't beat the batter home. So 2 more to Crichton. Score on to 38. These two doing a good job for Queensland. Noah Gilbert's hit a couple in the air, but timing them very well. Nelson full toss and just lays back on that one into the side net for 2.
There's that ability to hit the deck. You just can't bowl too full here. You're giving them an opportunity, and the opportunity here is that they're going around the wicket now. Nelson, good decision to slow it up.
And nicely off the legs. Attlee kicks it to the stumps, just misses, so 2 more to the total.
And the score's just jumped over 40 and moves to 41. Score on the rise.
So Nelson bowls full. Oh, there's a drop catch by Lawrence. They get through for a single. Ball hit pretty firmly from Gilbert again.
That's the difference about the ball not coming onto the bat, where we saw it from Clark in the last over where he just leant on it, Gilbert. That one he had to play the shot and nearly paid the penalty. Score goes to 42, 1 to come.
Around the wicket, Nelson. Placed back and an effective shot for 2. So can't do anything about that. Bit short of a length there from Nelson. And another good over for Queensland. 44 now the score. Nelson conceding 10 runs off that over. So Crichton 14, proving a very good foil for Noah Gilbert, who's prepared to drive when he has the opportunity.
This is one boy that I've been impressed with this week's Preddy. Look, this guy is, I'm impressed with what he brings to this side. He brings calmness, but what he does do is that he just shows a little bit of quality with this side, and you'll see that in the next 6 deliveries.
This one swinging into the stumps and not quite being able to take it.
They've been impressed with his attitude, his calmness, and he sets a high standard, Preddy. So, again, his side needs to back him up in the field. Score goes to 46.
Into Gilbert now. This one, no, leading edge and just out of the reach of the fielder there. So they get through for 2. So bowling straight, pretty there.
And he just took a bit of pace out of it. Just a little change up with an offie and got Gilbert in front of his body again. So
Tom Attlee stretching, didn't quite get there. Pretty bowls and Lois on drive. Attlee back flicks into his fellow fielder Pearce.
And Crichton's playing a very good innings here. Not being overshadowed by Gilbert at all. He's just doing his job and getting up the other end, getting his twos, getting his ones. He's played a very good innings here.
Yorker lengthened, just gets that one out, backing up a bit far was Crichton, but he's back in time. So no runs scored there.
Well, it's a very big period now, Dave. They could set the score here to get to 60, 120 if you're looking at halfway. But
Short, up-ish, Lawrence! What a catch, one-hander.
what a catch.
Reflex
Wow.
action from Lawrence. Just sticking out the left hand, and it's stuck.
What a catch.
So,
Captain's catch. A sigh of relief from Lawrence too just there. That was a brilliant piece. Hardest catch you can take, Dave, in indoors, off the roof, off a side net. And that's a great effort. And again, Preddy delivers for Cyclones.
into Crichton. Off the legs nicely. Attlee in there, collision there with Gilbert. Bit of traffic in there.
A very big over coming up here for both Queensland and Cyclones. 47 on the board, 1 over remaining. Queensland would like to get well into the 50.
So,
They're halfway there and set it up for the next set. So
Preddy, the wicket that over. So, over only producing 3 runs with the wicket. So, Lawrence just does something a little bit unique every so often.
he's a quality player. And Jared Prosper for Cyclones. I've been watching him over the last couple of years. Juniors, he's come through, become a tall man. He was a little bit smaller when I first met him, but sets fine examples at the back of the receiver. So now it's his job to do the work with the ball.
Short of a length and punched into the side net.
And young Crichton, he's just continually just doing his job for Queensland. He's nothing flash, just keeps popping them away.
Scored 22 now. He's playing a brilliant innings.
Unbelievable effort from Crichton.
Very full and driven strongly by Gilbert. He takes off. There's a misunderstanding, but I think Crichton will get there in time.
But good fielding by Cyclones too. Got down low, got a hand on it, took the pace out of it, scores 50. And this, as a coach, you'd be happy to come out with 50. But everything after here is now a bonus for Queensland.
It's on short of a length and cut into the side net on the
That's
offside.
a great shot by Crichton.
Crichton does the job again.
Oh, and he's made it look easy, Dave, hasn't he? He's just sat back and waited for it off the pitch and just played it late. And he's one that's played off the back foot in the first 2 pairs. So, well done, young Crichton.
Prosper, it's full, lays back on this one into the off net. 2 more. And a bit of a wild throw from Pearce, but no damage done.
And you like that in a player. It's like outdoor. Not all the pitches are the same. Some you play off the front foot, some off the back. And Crichton's done everything extremely well here today.
On a good length, plays back a little leading edge. And they go, and they make it. So, bit of a bonus too for Queensland. Just avoids Preddy in close.
I think Preddy went the wrong way for the catch, but,
Yeah.
well,
Score 56, 37 this partnership. Significant. On the legs. Nicely done again. Preddy back flick. Just misses the stumps. Bit wide there. Corner to dive to get it.
what an innings from this pair. They brought this game and again just turned that momentum, Dave, we spoke about. Just turned it a little bit the other way.
So 58 the score at the halfway point. 39 that partnership.
Partnership 39 off 24 deliveries. That's big hitting.
Yeah,
That's a BB Bash watching some of the big boys hitting them over the square leg boundary. So
yeah, tremendous effort. And given they lost 2 wickets in that partnership as well, to score 39, excellent effort. They just kept it ticking along, didn't they? Particularly Crichton, no risk cricket. And as you said, played it very late. And Gilbert, you know, we saw a 7 from him, but there was a couple of dismissals as well. But well done.
and Nicholas Clark up to have a bowl. He's already bowled his first over. I thought he bowled extremely well, but here's their opportunity here for Nicholas to bowl his second over. So the Cyclones, second half of this batting innings, scores 58. Batsmen for Queensland are Mitch Doolan and Sam Brandon.
So that ball called good, just down the leg side.
Start's probably not what they wanted for Queensland. They got to get themselves organised there. And Doolan from North Queensland.
On the leg stump, and Attlee has a ping, but just a little wide.
So, sorry, Richter, not Doolan.
Richter getting off the mark.
Sorry about that.
Score under 60 in the 9th over. Clark plays and misses outside off stump. Good pace from Clark.
And a
Pitched
better
it right
length
up.
too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Pitched it right up. Corn taking that one cleanly behind the stumps.
So Richter and Doolan.
Driven and into the
Oh,
side
it's a great shot. And well, that was very close. Even after that great shot, he's had to dive, and Clark's ability with the skill, that is very close. Good cricket all round.
Short. Oh, played and past the stumps. And looks like it's bowled him. Well, I thought that was through to the keeper, but it just must have taken the off bail.
And unfortunately, it's the old saying in indoor, we don't have the ability to go upstairs and have a look, but credit due, given out bowled.
Interesting, yeah, I thought it,
Yeah,
just from the naked eye, and you know, we don't know the benefit of action replay, I thought it came off the keeper, but obviously took the off bail. Clark again, and
that's lovely to watch.
Off the front foot.
That's lovely to watch.
Leaning on that one, Richter, for 2.
So score goes to 61 after 9.
3 off that last ball.
And a start that they need. So again, they'll be looking at anything over 100 for Queensland. The hard work gets done here. And Pretty up again.
So Clark providing a few problems for the Queensland batsman that over with his pace. So Pretty. Oh, down the leg side, called leg side.
And probably take a leaf out of Corn's 4th over where he changed his line, bowled stump to stump. Cyclones are now starting to bowl stump to stump and making it harder and harder for Queensland to get those easy wickets.
Short of the length. And
those easy runs that Crichton was getting, they've straightened that line up. And good coaching or the captaincy, whether Laris has made it quite clear, change the line, make it a bit straighter for us.
Good length, but slashed away through the under the off net. Pearce can't quite handle it, but a nice drive, a lavish drive from Doolan.
And the score goes to 67 in the balance here. 7 runs and over. It's game on.
Good length, Richter, and kept off the side net by Lawrence.
How good's his hands, Laris? How good's that to be able to pick that from the net and still get the flick away and still have the opportunity for a wicket?
Very strong on the back flick, isn't he?
Oh, good set of hands.
This one a full toss, so driven nicely, and a valiant attempt by Pearce to keep it off the net, but just rebounds in there, so another 2 for Queensland.
Doolan from North Queensland. A long way to come from McCoy. I think he's from McCoy or from Townsville, either one, I cannot remember.
Short.
But I do know from a North Queensland's point of view, if you're back there, he's showing really immense years of age here with his batting. He's using his brains here and he's batting really, really straight. So for those people that are at home who know this young fella, he's doing a tremendous job here at Dubbo Indoor Sports.
Yeah, Doolan's had a good week. He's hit 55 runs, but an average of 14 runs per innings. Only played the 4 games up until now, but doing a good job for his team here. Ben Pearce now into the attack.
Well, Ben has probably waited 10 overs to have a bowl, so he's probably looking forward to getting it in his hand and having a bit of a roll over there. He's been fielding in the back half there. So Pearce's first over, lovely action. I was a little loudy at the best of times, but his first over of the innings.
So nice and side on, as you said. Yorks him, Corn takes it cleanly. No run possible there, but under the bat of Doolan. As you said, Bruce, getting a little away movement.
Does bowl a really good ball. Does bowl it sometimes a little short.
Oh, off his leg, I think. That one completely deceived him.
Again, well bowled. Little
late swing.
Late swing.
Hitting Doolan on the leg. Fortunately, I think it probably would have bowled him, but just squaring him up.
And the score's 72. Still stays there. Third ball. Must score. Runs must be made.
Swinging away, but a lovely cover drive.
Whoa.
From Doolan.
He kept his head still then, Doolan. The ball before he moved his head around, but that one he stood still. Pearce at length. Great start to his Pearce's over.
Richter comes down on this full toss. Kept off the net by Nelson. Just a single. So Richter getting his weight right over the top of that one.
Pearce's over's been absolutely fantastic. At the stumps, swing late. A little bit of indecision from the batsman.
This one's shortish, plays and misses outside off stump. Corn goes up for the stumping, but staying in his crease was Doolan.
Important little time here for Queensland and for Cyclones. with 1 over to go and 1 ball.
Oh, nicely lent on there by Dolan. Oh, the flick
That
just
must
missed the
have been
stumps from
close.
Freddie.
Well, and that's probably one of the best overs I've seen Pearce bowl this week. What an over. Well done.
Yeah, very consistent, Bruce, that over from Pearce. He pitched it up, let it swing. And
77 on the board. Dave, this is a big over here. They get through 80. Last pair coming in, 110. 6-ball overs. You know, this is a really big over here. And who are they going to go with? Clark's moving to the backcourt. It could be Lawrence himself's going to come up and take this.
fair bit of responsibility on those bowlers that bowl the last over of each pair, isn't it?
Could be
Can't
young
afford
Prosper.
Yep. Can't afford to concede too many extras.
So
with
Jared,
the re-bowls.
Yep, Jared Prosper is going to bowl their over. 77 on the board. This will be an interesting set here. Jared bowled his first over, was quite good. I was impressed.
So down leg side, and the ball's called good. That must have been so close to a wide. So he gets away with that one. And so again, very full on leg stump
What
and
a
a
shot.
lovely on drive.
Oh, wow.
3.
Richter. Oh,
Dolan
no, Doolan, sorry.
just
Doolan.
keeping his shape.
Leg drive.
Lenny on that one, and it hits the side net. Prosper again, nice and full on a beautiful drive, but stopped by Atley. Throws it in, almost hits the stumps. But I think that was Lawrence
that is
knocked
close.
the stumps.
How good a fielding effort's that from Atley to take that off the drive, pick it in midair, turn and throw. That's close.
He really hit that hard, Richter, and Atley, incredible reflexes. Prosper, full toss into the roof this time, and just a single.
Richter takes 1 and the score goes to 81. And you know what? I'd be really happy at an 85 for Queensland. They'd be wrapped with that.
So short of a length and cutting into the back net, that one from Dolan. So just a single again.
And it should be, was it two or three left?
1 to go, is
One
it?
one to go.
So, interestingly enough, a couple of the slower bowlers been left to the last pair. Prosper now, a fuller ball, and Lawrence keeps it off the net, almost hits the stumps there with a side flick, and
How's
just
his-
the one scored. So,
83.
an effective, solid partnership from Jake Richter, Mitchell Dolan. Dolan hitting 15 of the 25 partnership.
Now, this is a height disparity here for Queensland. They've got Murdoch Hogan, who's only 4'2.5", and they've got the tallest man on their side, Brand. Look at the height difference in that. So, if you're a bowler, you don't want to bowl too short and too full for that. Easy.
No.
But Doolan and Richter, set's not too bad. 25, doing the job.
Yeah, look, set it up for the last pair here. So 83, Queensland will be happy with that. Sam Brandon, a good week with the bat, averaging about...
First over is going to be important here for Cyclones. Do you go with your captain? Does he set the format? I think he does.
So averaging nearly 16 at bat when he comes in, so...
And Brock's going to take the ball, the captain of the Cyclones. Right arm, leggy, offie, medium pace, can bowl the lot.
And his first over was particularly effective.
He was.
The wickets in that, so... This one a leg spinner. And just lent on that one nicely.
On a dive by Brandon, straight away. 2 to the corner. Well played by Hogan then. Took the weight out of the ball. Just waited for it to come to his legs. Chipped it around the corner.
Leg spinner again, and he plays and misses. Lots of bounce. Top spin from Lawrence.
That's a toppie.
Getting through the defences of Brandon.
Well, he's bringing them all out today. It's the Shane Warne of the Cyclones by the looks of it.
The leggy again on a good length. Brandon plays and misses again.
Well,
He's hitting that length, Lawrence.
and again, that line, isn't it? Make him play straight.
Spinning from leg to middle. So third ball for Brandon. This one a full toss, and he clamps down on it. Nelson.
Well, it's interesting that Brandon moved his whole body over, and I think for the first time that Lawrence it was a bit of a full change in what he wanted to bowl, I think.
This one's short and left alone, leg side.
Oh, 2 balls in a row. Well,
Sure if that previous ball was a no ball, perhaps.
Yeah, I didn't actually pick up what for.
It's on flighted. And Hogan hits to Pearce, misses. So
Yes,
Hogan
wow.
diving and just getting home. So
And they got 8 off that over. So score goes to 91. Well,
Lawrence 2 for 5 of his 2 overs. Brilliant effort from him. Good leadership.
it was.
Co-captain with Tom Nelson. So 91 Queensland, 3 overs remaining.
And the thing I liked about Thomas Nelson's first over was his ability to just take the pace out of it and make the batsman play. And this is a good move by Lawrence. Just take the pace out now and make Queensland play. Nelson's bowled well all week. I've watched him. Fielded down the front both sides. So leadership needs to be here.
On his leg. Hits him on the leg, Hogan, and there's no run possible.
Great length from Nelson.
So just leaning over a little there, Hogan. Getting outside the line. This one, Fuller placed back in this one. Trying to keep it off the net was Clark, but he scores 2. Getting it high enough.
And again, it's creeping to the 100. And like I said, I thought 110 was a good score for this level. And they're not far away from it. So it'll be game on, of course, when the Cyclones go to bat.
Throws the off spinner and spins
Well,
further away.
Didn't that grip and turn?
Brandon just leaves it.
And that's good thinking from Brandon. He could have played a shot at that, knew where his wide line was, and took the 2.
Standing right in front of the stumps, Brandon. Yep. This one a quicker off spinner down leg side again. Another extras for.
And I'm certain Don
Queensland.
Skinner from the Cyclones will be ruining this. There's a couple of extras have been thrown in here that Queensland haven't had to score off.
This one a bit straighter. Down leg side again. 3 in a row down leg side. But that one called good by the umpire.
97 on the board. Partnership worth 14.
Flatter down leg side and pulled and just hit it into the floor. Corn makes a desperate attempt to flick it back, but 1 run the result.
So 15 off the first two deliveries here. First 2 overs. The score that they'd be looking at, Queensland, they'd like 110. Anything over 110 is going to be an advantage. But they've still got Atley to bowl 1. And they've still got Pearce to bowl as well. Atley's on his way. Pearce to bowl the last over.
Plenty of Queensland support in the crowd today.
Yes, there is, isn't there? And that's
Quite a few parents here and the fellow teams in the Queensland camp.
now young Atley down the front has fielded superbly down the front.
Yep.
Let's see if he can back it up with the ball and give his mates a chance down the front. Tall man, Mr. Atley. But again, seen him come through the ranks, through Cyclones. Good player.
On to Brandon. Oh, fallen straight. Corn, amazing take.
Oh,
Amazing take on the Yorker leg
how did
delivery.
that not bowl him?
Yeah. So swinging away that ball from Atley, very difficult to play.
Well, what a delivery. Great way to start your over.
This ball swinging away again and playing and missing is Brandon. And the pace just getting through Brandon before he can get down on it.
And the difference here is Brandon's off the front foot where Crichton played him off the back foot.
Yeah.
So you can see the difference where a little bit of maturity needs to go back and just take the pace out of it, play him square, take 2, get up the other end.
So Atley through full and he gets this
Well.
one off the middle this time. And just flying the bat at that one, Brandon, but effectively.
And the 100's up. Well, he's bowled well, Atley.
Yeah,
Well, what an
that's
over.
first 3 balls.
Oh.
Very testing. Fast outswingers here. And Hogan this time plays it beautifully. Square for
And
2.
again, notice he played that a little bit off his back foot, took him square like I just spoke about with Brandon. He's got to do the same thing here. He's just not on the front foot, go a little bit back, just take him square.
Atley this time on a good length. It flicked in by Clark, but they get home. Hogan very quick between the wickets.
Great over from Atley. He's asked questions of the batsman, and again, just doing the little things well.
This ball full, clamps down on that one, kept off the net by Lawrence. So that's the end of the second last over. So 21 added by this pair. But an excellent over from Tom Atley. He really tested the batsman there with his fast outswing. Coming from very high, good height. So Pearce will be bowling the last over. Ben Pearce.
Benjamin will bowl his last over here. Fielded well in the back court. Bowled extremely well.
He did
His
the first over. Yeah.
First over was extremely well from Pearce. Let's see, backs it up with his second over here.
So Queensland on 104. This will be a crucial last over. Cyclones looking not to concede any extras. This ball, lovely outswinger, hit straight up in the air. Atley tries to get there, but they get home for one. And a testing line and length from Pearce. Hogan getting his just bat down on that one at the last moment. A slower one, full toss, straight up in the air again, but Hogan barges through there. Takes no prisoners. Atley was about to grab it. Hogan come past.
Four to come. 2 singles. Good start by Pearce.
Outswinger, outside edge into the slip region. He's stuck up one end, but Hogan gets home quickly for one. Brandon caught him through, and Hogan was still in the crease.
Pearce has bowled extremely well. 3 singles. Couldn't ask for something better. 107 on the board. 3 to come. Crucial 3 deliveries now.
He's getting some significant swing here. And clipped off his toes. Atley flicks it in. Just fails to hit the stump. So
Brandon that time took the weight out of it. He went back a little bit, just took it to square. Took 2. 2 to come. 109.
forward, clamps on. Atley keeps it off the net. No run.
Great call by Hogan. 1 to go. Scores 109. Last ball of the Cyclones innings.
Yes, a good outswing. An early no from Hogan. Brandon gets back in his crease. So Ben Pearce, a great finish. 5 off the last over.
Well bowled, Ben Pearce. Well bowled. Great over.
So 109. This game's set up for a great finish. Queensland will be happy with that total, I think. I know, Bruce, you said at the start, 110.
Yeah.
They'd be happy with that target. And
it's game on here, but you give credit to where it's due. Cyclones can bat and Queensland can bowl. So this is going to be who makes the effort here with their bowling line and who's going to take the opportunity with the bat.
So 109, that last partnership realised 26 runs, and the 4 pairs all contributed. 1939, a brilliant second partnership between the 2 players, Noah Gilbert and particularly Jordan Crichton. He batted superbly today.
Absolutely fantastic from that point of view. And look, Queensland, they've bowled well all week. They've fielded well. But today, I really thought that the Cyclones' effort in the field was fantastic. I was impressed with Atley leg side. Lawrence with his hands in the backcourt there. Pearce's effort down the front. Probably the only thing they needed to do was they had a number of overs there where they just gave those extra wides. So with New South Wales Cyclones now have to come out 110 to win the match. It's game on. They can play. Don't think for 1 minute that, ladies and gentlemen, that they're out of this. That both teams can play. Both teams can. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this.
It's going to be an excellent chase here on indoor.cricket.com.au, live streaming National Indoor Junior Cricket Championship. So,
and Dave, we probably look around Australia at the moment with our junior development of our players. We've got an under 14 girls team first here this year with 4 teams. We'd love that to have more teams play from New South Wales, South Australia, WA. Be fantastic.
Yep.
This competition, five national carnival to be decided today with the under 17 final being played next. A lot of work goes involved with this from all our states, from all the way from WA all the way over to the eastern coast where New South Wales and Queensland are, Victoria. But it's a great effort from the parents. We'd like to thank them very much for their support for all our states. Junior cricket, if you've got someone at home that likes playing cricket and they think that they're not good enough, they're wrong, because they've got good coaches throughout Australia. Your improvement will be huge. Enjoy it. Come and play cricket. I think that's the big thing.
Yeah, some great opportunity to represent your state at a championship like this. And the good thing about these competitions, everyone converges on the one venue. So you're sort of mixing with other teams. You can see your fellow teams and other divisions play as well. And there's certainly a great atmosphere and vibe, when you come to the one centre. So some really good skills. And as you say, if you play at home, the game only takes an hour and a half. You don't have to umpire, as a parent. You can sit there and watch your child play. So
Brandon will open the bowling, and Atlee and Corn. There's a combination that went really well for them in the semi. A big game here. And the chase is on.
looking forward to this, Bruce. Brandon will come round the wicket. First short, tries to pull, hits him on the body. So there'll be no run there. Just not quite picking it up early. So interesting tactic first up, bowling short. This one's short again, but cutting that one in. A beautiful throw but by Laird, but hitting the stumps just home, Atlee.
An interesting tactic from Queensland to come around the wicket, because in the first round, in the semi, young Brandon, I don't think came around the wicket. I think he played off the wicket.
Shortish and
so again,
leg side. That
leg
was
side call. That's close.
Close to the body. But perhaps that angle coming from wide outside right arm around.
And the big thing for Corn is that he's had to keep the whole game. Now he's got to come out and bat. And that's what the good part about indoor is that you've got to bat bowl field. You're always in the game.
Yep. This one outside off stump. Bottom edge, quickly taken by the keeper. What a brilliant bit of work. That stumping just off the back net. And Corn must have momentarily left his crease.
Geez, we can't see from here, but a bit animated, Corn. But the ball's gone between the keeper's legs. Keeper's turned around, picked it up and took the bars off, but I think Corn's gone forward and back. So
Harry Tonks just having a quick word there to Corn. I think Tonks is convinced that he was out of his crease, so he's very sharp.
Something going on here. Corn's gone to talk to the coach. And
Shortish into the side net.
Great
Rebounds
shot
back
from
to the fielder.
Corn.
So
great shot.
these nets really rebounding strongly, these new nets.
And Atlee quick between wickets. Look at the size of his legs. 3 steps and he's down the other end. Whereas Murdoch Hogan probably takes to take 15.
This ball beautiful out of the way swinger, beating the outside edge.
No foot movement from Atlee, and that swung a mile.
Brandon, an effective start from him.
Wow.
Score only 1 with that stumping. Corn still smarting from that, but he didn't do a lot wrong, but it just momentarily must have just left his crease, and Tonks was straight onto it.
So, young Doolan's coming up to bowl his first over. Left arm bowler from North Queensland. So, all our North Queensland mates are up there. That's his first over. Bowling against Corn and Atlee, 3 times as big as him. Tall fellas in northern.
Or swing
Cyclones.
into Corn and just edging that one into the corner.
Corn cramped a little bit there.
So getting a little bit of in-swing,
yeah.
Doolan.
Yeah, just caught a little bit. Again, it looks like 2-leg side. They're going to bowl at his legs. It looks like the Queensland have decided they're going to change their bowling at them.
This one swinging in again, but a nice shot over the
Shot
top,
by Atlee.
down to the 3 net. So Atlee
great shot.
getting right over the top of that one, hitting it into the court, over the top of Gilbert.
Atlee's had a fine time in the field, fine time with the ball, backing it up with the bat.
This one, full Yorker length, but into the court again just for a single.
Well played, flat bat, straight up and down, Corn. Looks like Queensland took a bit of pace out of the game here.
On the legs, clipped into the side net.
And 2 to Atlee.
Attempted flick by Laird, couldn't quite get to it.
Score goes to 9. 2 balls left in the over.
So Doolan really bowling a good line here, swinging it into the right-handers.
Asking questions of the batsman here, not giving any easy ones.
Well, short, just as I say that, he throws one down leg side. So
How many times do the commentators, you give a guy a bit of credit and put a bit of egg on the face there. He's got 1 more ball in the over to come back. Score goes to 11.
this one nice and full back on line into the side net. So Atlee again pushing down on that one. getting the down and up for 2. So recovery somewhat for the Cyclones. After only 1 off the first over, they pick up 12 off the next. They've scored 13.
And that's how easy this game is. You can have a bad over and you get out, admittedly, but you can come back the next over. So young Jake Richter coming up to have a bowl for Queensland. He also receives for them. He's got a bit of work to do. Richter, right arm bowler. So, and again, around the wicket. Interesting ploy, this.
Corn at his legs, but he punches it into the side net well for 2.
There's a chance there for Queensland. Ball put down by Laird on leg side. And your fielding has to be extremely good here. The skill set with your hands and the ball off the nets, that's the exciting part about this game.
Yeah, the front court fielders are a key in this game. Richter on a good length again off the nets. Laird tries to flick, doesn't quite get it.
2 to Attlee.
2 more. So really attacking the leg stump, the Queenslanders, from around the wicket. Cramping the batsmen for room, but Attlee and Corn are playing some nice shots off their legs.
Really good, actually. Very good.
4 this time on the offside. A lovely drive right through for 3. Corn hitting that half volley into the court.
Scores 20, chasing 109.
Short down leg side, called leg side by the umpire. A bonus 2 for Cyclones.
And at the moment, both sides, Dave, have been a little bit guilty of giving that extra run away down there. Probably trying too hard, maybe, not getting a right length. But both teams so far have given away some extras. So it's adding up for the scores on both sides.
Full, a good length of throw. Beautiful save from Hogan.
Wow.
Well, what an attempt. That was for sure and certain going to be 5. Beautifully hit from Attlee, but Hogan diving to his left, getting his full hand to it.
That's a great save, isn't it?
Right in front of us.
Fantastic effort. Fantastic effort to get to that.
This one pulled around into the side net. Tonks almost grabs it, but it's through for 2. So the score on at 25.
25.
Attlee 12 and Corn 13. A good couple of overs for the New South Wales Cyclones.
One of the captains for Queensland, Josh Laird. We've seen him bat extremely well. He's fielding leg side. Now he's his opportunity with the ball. Now Josh played for Australia, Australian side last year. So
on a length, hit it into the ground, and that's a run to Corn.
On to Corn.
A little short of a length there by Laird. But the important thing was nice and straight.
And giving that single's an important part of this game. Don't give him any extras.
Into the side net from Attlee. This is a critical over. If they can get it up over 30, 35, that'll be a tremendous start for Cyclones.
Well, they need 81 to win the game from here, Cyclones, so it's coming down slowly.
Outside off stump, leans back on that one, and hits the stumps. Tonks, the umpire's just not out.
Attlee very quick between wickets. That would have been close too. But again, just that width that they've given the batsman. Corn backed off, took it to offside, 2 runs.
These nets really rebounding strongly. And
they are quick, those nets down the front.
Tonks was quick. Laird, that one bounced, kicked off a length, but it kept down well from Attlee.
That absolutely took off. 2 balls to go, 31 on the board, game on.
Laird testing the batsman there, but Attlee keeping it down. Good length off his toes. Hogan just manages to flick it lightly towards the stump, so they get through for 2.
And Don Skinner would be happy with this as a captain and a coach. I'm sure Laris as well, but from Skinner's point of view, getting a 30 starts, that's how you chase runs.
Down leg side, it's leg side called, so that'll have to be rebowled.
And they've done well here, Cyclones. Their first over lost the wicket, and they fought back with sensible batting. Got themselves into the game.
This one outside off stump, plays it, misses an appeal for caught behind, not out. Tonks.
All gone up.
Tonks went up very confidently.
Queensland's gone up.
Yeah.
Umpire didn't hear it. 33 start. 35 start.
Well, after that first over, where they lost the wicket, Attlee and his partner there, Corn, batted particularly well. Both quick between the wickets. Queensland attacked the leg stumps, but they played well off their legs and found the side nets.
So batsman up, Daniel Preddy, and I'd say this is the Clark boy.
Nicholas Clark, yep.
Yeah, Nicholas Clark. They've got a job to do here. And it's like anything in outdoor. You lose a couple of wickets, you want someone to steady the ship and keep rolling the score over. You know, like the Michael Clark when he was playing for Australia. You know, they're batting at that second, third. Steve Waugh, stem the out, work your way into the game, keep your middle order going. But this will be interesting here. Noah Gilbert, right arm quick, got the most amount of wickets, I believe, for Queensland. Preddy up. Clark on the same side. Right arm outswing for Gilbert. So here we go. Second set, Cyclones.
Oh, on a length, picked up nicely, beautifully fielded there by Laird. He tries at the bowler's end this time, hits the stumps there as well. What a great bit of fielding from Laird.
Oh, pretty, very good call. Said no, sent Clark back. Good cricket, good cricket.
Short, trying to cut, but beating for pace there. Pretty trying to hit the side net, but really getting it through, Noah Gilbert. Working on that ball. Trying to get...
Score must change here, ladies and gentlemen. The score must change.
Slower one, but lent on it nicely, Pretty, into the side net for 2. So a slower one there from Gilbert, but picked up early by Preddy.
And from Queensland's point of view here, every dot ball now becomes imperative to keep that score, just slowing it down and just making it harder for the Cyclones to get to this total of 110.
Short. Oh, he fends it off in the air and caught by Laird.
What a ball.
That was quick.
That was straight at him. Well, that took off the deck.
And almost self-protection.
Well, I agree with that. That's like facing Joel Garner and Michael Holding in the younger days of Australian cricket. That took off. Queensland's first wicket in this pair.
Down leg side. Ooh. Beautifully taken from Tonks. He's impressive behind the stumps.
Not bad when you're that close to take it from 22 away.
Yeah.
Ian Healy and the guys, and they'd be back 20 or 30 metres here.
Gilbert working his way into this. No ball is called, so again beating the batsman for pace. Gilbert, an impressive over.
And the score is, they get the 2 runs for the no ball, scores 36. 36, they got one off the over. And another couple of these overs where they just stem this run rate. It's like your OD when you're playing 50-50, you know, and you know that you've got to score 5 and over to chase 250. You know, 50 over game. Just that good over here and a good over there. Run rate goes up quite quickly.
Yeah.
So here, again, they'll be looking to try and keep the batsman quiet, but again, at the same time, batsmen need to get on with their job.
So Murdoch Hogan into the attack. Nice off spinner there into the side net. Laird, just a little fumble.
And the difference between Laird and Larris. How good was Larris's hands in the first innings for Cyclones? They've just got to be able to get it first time and get it to your keeper or receiver for your run out.
This is a bit flat and hits the body of the batsman there. Preddy. So getting a little bit of turn is Hogan.
And it just again, Queensland taking the pace out of the game.
Yeah, the slow bowlers again coming into the game. This one full in. Oh, he plays across the line and misses.
Oh.
So, be third ball coming up here. It's the sort of pressure Queensland want to build. If they can get to those third ball opportunities and create some run-out opportunities. This one comes down the wicket, smashes it. Oh, a drop chance.
Where's that gone? Is that Noah Gilbert in the backcourt?
Straight to Gilbert, but geez, it was moving like a rocket.
Freddie got to the pitch of that.
He did well to keep it off the net, Gilbert, but a hot chance. Hogan in at the legs, tries to sweep, misses. So Hogan,
What an over.
building up some dot balls here.
Dot ball singles, last ball of the over, and a chance that went down. And still only 2 off the over. That's well bowled.
A quicker one, plays back, straight to Gilbert. He throws it the keeper's end, just misses. I think that would have been out. So just a single to Clark. So an effective over again for Queensland. Just the 3 runs off that over.
And Queensland were in the same predicament with their batting pair when Crichton was batting with Noah Gilbert. At the start of the 7th over, it could have gone both ways here. The score's now 39 runs. They got to push through to get that 55, which is a halfway mark. Big overs here now to keep concentrating, and they've gone to Doolan, the left-hander. They've gone to the left-hander, and big time here for New South Wales Cyclones.
Queensland, momentum swinging their way a little bit with this pair. Nice and full, but lent on this one, a nice drive.
Clark.
There from
shot.
Clark. Just getting his head right over the top of that one.
Doolan's line there was a bit outside off. He bowled to Atley in that first, and held Atley on those legs. So he has straightened his line here a little bit here.
So Pretty leans back and cuts into the side net. A little bit wide there from Doolan. The score under 43. Big run up from Doolan. Straight back down the pitch. They say no, but he was out of his crease.
Well,
Gilbert had a chance there if the
close
throw
as
was
that.
straight. Yep. Backing up a bit far was Pretty, and he would have been gone.
Clark probably could have said a little bit earlier to give Pretty a chance to get back there, and Pretty took that extra step. But that's a better line from Doolan.
This one, a slow one, full. Straight to Gilbert. Throws it to the keeper. Tonks takes him off, and that's run out.
Well,
So the ball pretty much went straight to Gilbert, and Clark took off.
and that line, he straightened his line after his first 2, as we spoke about, and made them play straight. And New South Wales did that as well. Cyclones, they straightened after Corn's first over in that first set to the opening 2 and made it harder and harder.
Yeah. So the ball is finding Gilbert at the moment, as you say, Bruce, because of that line. Doolan again, in at the legs, nice on drive. Led at the stumps, just misses.
And
I think that
Clark short.
Might have found Clark struggling.
Well, the score's now 40, needing 69 to win this game with 1 over left in this pair and then the new pair to come.
Plenty of energy in the Queensland field at the moment. This is full, almost bowls him.
And again, that line we spoke about. How good's Doolan's first 2 deliveries poor to get the next 4 to come back? And that's the state of their ability at this level. 15 years of age to be able to do that. That's hard to do at their level. They're showing a maturity in their age group of how well they can play this game.
So Mitch Doolan, really good over from him. And the keeper, Harry Tonks, on the bowl now in this 8th over. So only 5 scored so far, this pair. Score on 40.
This is a big over now. Tonks to bowl around the wicket again.
Short down leg side, and I thought he might have got something to that, but it's going to be re-bowled.
So Queensland's idea is they've taken a bit of a leg stump here and they've given that extra 1 outside off stump. So it's a ploy that they must be used to bowling, or there, and there it is. There
Down the wicket
the
of
centre.
Tonks, backhands to the stumps. I think he's found him short.
Clark.
Tonks to Hogan, onto the stumps.
And it's working for them. They've come up with an idea and they're sticking to it. They're sticking to a plan. And Pretty caught up and down straight. Probably hit it too well, Dave.
Yeah, it did go to Tonks very, very quickly.
Oh, he hit it extremely well.
Tonks short, pulled in the air. No one gets to it. Throw comes in, but Crichton just misses the stump. So
Pretty.
a risky shot, but 2 scored.
39 on the score, ladies and gentlemen. 4 balls remaining in the over.
So on a good length and punches it into the side net.
It's 2.
2 scored, so
41 here. You know, with 3 balls to go, David, if I was a coach, I'd be happy with 45. Anything over 45, you know, it's game on here.
pitched up, bowls him through his defences. Pretty trying to drive.
Tonks gone at the stumps and full, and Pretty, well, tried to drive the ball off middle and off.
And the ball not really bouncing a lot, but still there was a bit of a gap between bat and leg there. So Tonks, that extra pace, getting through the batsman's defences. So
To make matters worse, the stroke Queensland can't put the bails on.
letting the batsman think about the last ball a bit longer. Ready?
Then they got the bails on, so we can start. 2 to come.
Well, short pulls it down into the
No
net,
ball called, too short.
and a no ball.
Now, Pretty will ask for the ball to be rebowled. Yes, he has. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, the last over each of the pairs, if you bowl on wide or no ball, you'll be asked by the umpire if you want to rebowl, and they're going to rebowl the ball.
So Pretty did well to keep that one down.
Did very well.
Clark now slams it straight to the fielder and missed by Crichton. Golden opportunity, but he picked it up well. Clean hands.
Well, I think Crichton was looking for a receiver to go to, and
Yeah.
Hogan's gone to the left to cover the ball. 42 on the board. Last ball. Changing sides.
Tonks now nicely driven off to the side net for 3. Hogan pings at the stumps, but a good finish to the over by Pretty after a challenging start for him.
And I did say 45 I'd be happy with. Don Skinner would be probably happy with a comeback, but probably just a couple of wayward shots there from the Cyclones, but job to be done. So as far as I'm concerned, here's the big player. I've rated this Pearce. Good bat. Watched him play the semi-final. Nelson, very cool, calm, but Pearce really active with the bat. Good between wickets. These two complement each other very well. And when you got Lawrence to bowl, to come and bat last, they're going to set this up for Lawrence to get them home here at the end.
So 64 acquired in the last 8 overs by the Cyclones. Certainly gettable, but they're going to have to limit the amount of wickets they lose. And it's interesting in a game like this, one pair, can prove the difference. The lowest scoring pair for Queensland was 19. That was 10 for the Cyclones. But can it be made up by the other pairs? This is the question. Brock Lawrence, the brilliant Brock Lawrence, still to come, of course. But Nelson, co-captain.
He's batting with Jared Prosper, and I rate Prosper. He's a very calm collective. Those two are very good. So
Yep.
Brandon around the wicket by the looks of it again, and into Nelson.
Short into the side net. Not much Hogan could do about that one.
It's a lovely shot from Nelson. Just waited for it to come to him.
Very wristy.
Pearce, left-hander.
Short. Oh, he cramps it for
That's
room
a
in between.
very good pill.
In between the
That
bat and the
moved.
body. Brandon hurrying Pearce up there.
Got through his defence. So Pearce would be like to get this one off the middle, get up the other end, get his first one out the way.
Short. Very short and very high. So no ball called. Geez, that one took off.
Well, he's a tall boy, Brandon. You saw that'd be close to nearly 6 foot there, and 5'8", 5'9", 10. They've got to generate a bit of speed off the pitch.
This one's short and played straight back down the wicket, and they don't run. So a good call from Pearce.
And again, Brandon in at the chest, in that middle and leg. He's changing sides.
Coming over the wicket, just varying the line.
He's changed his field, so is there a change-up ball coming? This could be interesting.
Short and
Great
down
shot
and up.
by Pearce.
2 there.
Oh, lovely from Pearce. That's beautiful to watch. Took the pace out of it, waited late, knocked it up in the top, got up the other end. Brandon are changing sides again, Davey. It must be a ploy here that Queensland have got.
It tests your accuracy here. Keep changing, but short. pulled around by Nelson. Tonks backhand onto the stump.
Oh!
What a brilliant effort from Tonks.
What a piece of fielding from the keeper.
He's proving somewhat of a thorn in the Cyclone side behind the stumps there. He's so sharp.
How good a piece is that to go get it, turn and flick behind your body and take the wicket, and that's the over. And again, Queensland just stem the flow, don't they? They just stem that ability for New South Wales country to get on a roll, get a couple of overs where they don't lose wickets, score moves.
His wicket keeping has been of the highest order. Harry Tonks, and he bowled particularly well as well in his over so far.
Hogan to bowl over number 10.
So Nelson leaving this one alone, and the ball called good by the umpire.
I think it's touched his leg, I think.
Right.
No. Nelson's batting right on that leg side line. It must have just brushed his clothes, and as you know, it's got to go down there without touching any apparel or any bat.
Flighted a bit more, and there's a appeal for caught behind and stumped, but not out. So some very quick hands again from Tonks.
And again, I don't believe that hit the stump, as we had one in the first innings.
Yeah.
I don't believe it hit the stump either. So, and as you know, the wicket keeper's right on top of the stumps, Dave. So you've got to take into account it could have just flicked his glove, but good decision by the umpire.
Comes down the wicket, Nelson drives straight to Crichton. Bit wide for Tonks to take. So one scored.
And Nelson used his feet then. I like that. He used his feet to the spinner, got to the pitch, played very straight, very impressed.
So Murdoch Hogan just making a change to the field. Comes down the wicket, drives straight. Don't hit the side nets.
That's a great effort by Brandon in the front to get his body in line with that, to knock that ball to the ground. Pearce again using his feet. So the skill involved with this is the same as outdoor. You still use your feet to an outdoor player, you can still use your feet to an indoor player here.
This time stays in his crease. Hits it, and it might have been kept off the side net, was it?
I'm not certain. No, two.
Two scored.
So again, Nelson gets it to the net.
Good effort from Doolan, but didn't quite save it.
So over number 10 down, 6 overs remaining, needing 60 to win this match. So 10 and over from here on in. 6 balls in the over, so they've got to start picking their rate up here.
Oh, a quicker one from Hogan.
Whoa, what was
and
that?
And a no ball, so
off the pitch.
just trying to fool the batsman with a change up off pace.
So the context of this game now, Dave, is very simple. These 2 overs now bear what the last pair have got to do.
Yeah.
And it's like a one-day game where you run into your last 10 overs in a 50-over game, and you've already seen Gilchrist leave, and you've got guys there picking off your runs, and they pick it up here in a T20 where you want to try and hit 10, 12 and over in a T20, the same sort of idea. The rate now's got to pick up. They've got to not take a chance, but they've got to lift the rate.
Yep. Yeah, as you said, the intensity, Bruce, I think.
Yep.
It's almost a side net every ball if they can.
Jake Richter coming to have a bowl here.
Richter around the wicket. This one stays down leg side, so that'll be a couple of runs for the Cyclones.
The interesting part here is that I don't think Jaden Crichton's had a bowl yet.
No.
So they must have something in store. They might want Crichton to bowl at the last pair. With 1 over still remaining after this one.
On a good length, Nelson drives confidently into the side net for 2.
Had plenty of time there, Nelson, too, didn't he? He looked very accomplished.
Just waited on that one. He likes them on the offside.
Again, just Queensland taking their time to place their field.
This one, slow one, hits him on the leg, almost gets through.
Did not pick
to
it
the
out
stumps.
the back of the hand. And that's skill for a 15-year-old. Being able to bowl it out the back of the hand in a pressure situation in a final.
Yeah, right on a good length. Yeah. This ball again, a slow one, and towards the back of the net, it's a 7.
Distance. That time it
Gone
didn't.
the distance. Well, will that turn the game?
Pearce
Ben
took him
Pearce,
full and took him long. 7 runs scored, ladies and gentlemen.
he was fooled by the previous delivery,
Score goes to 63.
but that one a full toss, took full toll of it. Richter, this one, oh, in the upper sleeve, thrown on the stumps by Brandon.
Oh.
He's out.
And Pearce short.
Brandon just a tap on, a very skillful one at that.
Well, that's probably what Cyclones did need after Nelson going long and taking 7. The 5 off that now gives you 2 runs between 2 balls, and again, just that ability to stem the run rate.
Yeah. So Richter again, right arm around, shortish and punched into the East batsman and Richter.
And what an effort from Richter.
I think that rebounded off his fellow partner there, Nelson, into Richter's hands. And
He's hit that well too.
yeah,
He absolutely hammered that.
so
Well, how unlucky would that have been to come off your own batting partner and get run out?
a topsy-turvy over that one.
Agreed.
7 and a wicket and 14 by this pair.
Well,
Scores
Jaden
59.
Crichton comes to the wicket for his first over of the game.
Still need 50 to get. So this last over,
And
Bruce.
Jaden Crichton from the Toowoomba region, country region Toowoomba, bowls his first over. So he's going 2 legs side and he's going to bowl into his legs.
So this last 12th over, very crucial to see what the last pair has to do. Short into his leg.
A little bit short of the length and they're off.
Laird picks it up, so just to be a single.
Well, again, bowling that leg side theory line. It's come well, David. They're getting on top.
Yep. Like I said, there's been lots of energy in the Queensland field. Oh, out of the back of the hand, this one, and punched
That's a
into the
leggy
ground.
out the back of the hand, a 3 from Nelson.
So 46 still required, 4 overs after this one.
Laris and Prosper next to bat.
So no ball and a 7. Well, Pearce again, his second 7 of the game, just hitting on the up. That ball, not such a bad length,
9 runs off 1 ball. You can't get that in the outdoor, can you?
but going with the stroke, following through, very confident from Ben Pearce.
Going round the wicket, Crichton.
Shortish, Nelson into the ground, to the side net. So
And the noise factor from the Cyclones has lifted. The score's 74.
Bruce, how quickly this game can turn.
75 required. Game on.
What a last over here from this pair. Crichton short. Played a miss there from Pearce, and the umpire calls it good. Pearce thought it might have been a little high.
And ball took off it, David. Another
Yeah.
one that's taken off.
Seems to be a pot on a
Ball's
spot.
left in the over is 1,
Yeah.
I think.
And again, short off the leg, and they'll go through for 1.
And you get the 1 off it. 75 to score. Last ball now.
So that no ball must have been a front foot.
Must have been front
Someone
foot.
for
and
7.
It's the same here in indoors, same as outdoor. Overstep it, pay the penalty.
Out of a leg spinner, but Nelson calmly plays it into the side net. So that's really set this game up for an amazing finish. That last over for this pair, Ben Pearce, recovery from the first 3 overs, and 18 off that over from Jaden Crichton. 32 for the pair.
Well,
It's seen set now, Bruce. 32 required, and if we have a tie, we have a mini game, I believe, afterwards. But
I hope we don't get to that, but if we do, I've only seen one in my time being here, where it's gone to a mini game, and yeah, that's exciting too. Wherever, if you don't, ladies and gentlemen, if it goes to a drawn game, what it'll play is that every player on the side will bat 2 overs each and not 4, and each player bowls 1 over, just like a normal game, but halved.
so it's been impressive, Queensland's energy in the field, particularly since the second pair.
Well, they've gone to their number 1 bowler. Queensland looking to try and stem it right here. Their number 1 bat for New South Wales is out there, Laris. And Prosper, I'd very, very calm, Prosper. Noah Gilbert up for first one. Game. It's
So
here. It's
the
in this
tactics
first
from
over.
the batsman, knowing that Gilbert's bowling, just to
Oh,
get through it, you think, and get maybe 5, 6, 7 runs.
I'd probably like to think that they get through this without losing a wicket. That'd be even if they only get 3 or 4, but
Yep.
don't give the wicket, where that means that they're gonna need 10, 12 and over from there on in.
Short. Off the
That's
leg.
right on the hip.
They don't run. They don't run.
run. Right on the hip of Lawrence.
So they
And
don't.
in the outdoors, straight down. In the outdoors, straight down. That would have been defined late for single.
Yep.
Here, there's a net involved, unfortunately.
Yeah. And Gilbert certainly hurries the batsman.
He's
with their
bowled
shot,
a really good length. He got a bit of angle. He's got a bit of drift. He's going all right.
So Lawrence pulls away. Bit of noise maybe.
Game on.
Showing
It's
a bit of
tense.
nerves. The settle now. Short and a no ball and down leg side. So perhaps front foot. Gilbert remarking his run. And just some little things in the game creeping in now. Lawrence
It's tight.
pulling away. No ball from Gilbert. So the tension's building.
22 balls to go, 30 runs to win. Anyone's game here. Anyone's game.
Short outside off stump into the side net from Lawrence. Quickly flicked in by Brandon. But
Well, he doesn't seem to be happy, Lawrence. He wasn't happy with where he hit it. I think he's got it off the toe of the bat.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was going where it was supposed to go.
but high standards, obviously. It's an effective outcome.
81 on the board. 109, 110 to win. 29 to score.
Oh, played and miss.
Well,
Sheer pace from Gilbert. Getting past the edge of.
and that's
Prosper's
gone
bat.
the other way. That's actually dropped a little bit under the batsman's bat. So they're allowing for the bounce, just a little bit lower.
And pulling away again. And Prosper concerned a little bit about some noise.
Keeper might be asking him how old he is and what he's doing after the game by the looks of it. Harry Tonks is having a little bit of a chirp.
Outside. That ball's good.
Tonk-
Outside the off stump.
Harry Tonks looks like he's just asking him, are you playing next year or we're going to have a lemonade after the game by the looks of it.
Yeah. A little bit concerned he may not catch him after the game.
Oh,
so why
yeah,
not
he's
catch
just
up now?
trying to say,
Yeah.
do you want to change your shirt with him after the match? I'm not certain. So a little bit of byplay by the looks of that.
This ball all played and missed. Beautifully taken from down there. Comes down
That
the
is-
keeper's bowler's hand and Richter takes the stumps off.
Well,
A bit of loss of composure by these two batsmen.
what an over.
I'm not sure
What
if that was third
an
ball or
over.
not,
Yeah, third ball called. Third
but
ball
that ball,
called.
but there was no need to run really. That ball that taken cleanly by Tonks.
Well,
I'm not sure if Lawrence
he had to run. They had to go.
to run,
Third
yeah.
ball, the score must move. Missed the ball, had to go. So,
He's Noah Gilbert, the breakthrough, just beating the batsman with sheer pace.
and I think Harry was probably telling him where, Harry Tonks is probably telling Prosper where the ball was going to be bowled. I'm not certain.
33 netted off 3 now. And hit through. Oh, nice back flick from Brandon.
Good hands from Brandon to take that off the net, but Prosper just waited for that, took it for 2.
So, score on a 78. 31 required by the Cyclones. Laird full and a nice on drive from Lawrence.
That's beautiful to watch
Side
from
down.
Lawrence. And we can't be too critical just yet because Hogan's still got to bowl an over and so's Crichton. So Crichton went for 18 in his first.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what they're doing for their their second over.
Full toss, nicely into the side net by Prosper. And
Scores
3
3.
scored.
83, needing 26 to win the match, 27 to win the match.
Slide over pitch there from Laird and taking full toll, Prosper. Oh, what a shot from Lawrence. Well kept off the net and flicked there by Richter. But I think, no, that was 3.
Yep,
It was a valiant
3
effort
runs.
from Gilbert to keep it off the net.
3
But
runs off. I think Laird's just overpitched a little bit on his legs, and Lawrence very good there.
Oh,
Probably got
that
to be
on
into his
drive.
hip a little bit.
that's
He's
a
probably,
class shot.
It's probably just a bit too full. Needs to be onto his hips.
Full. Oh, he lets it, hits it on the leg. There's a appeal for LBW. The throw comes in and not out. So in
Yeah,
this game, obviously, if you don't play a shot, it can be LBW, but
And Lawrence just retying his shoelaces here. Just slow this game down. That must have swung a mile.
well, Prosper didn't even play a shot at it.
So he must have thought it was going down leg side, and she's taken a left-hand turn. But and that's nice to see. Harry Tonks going over, picking up the gloves for Lawrence, and ask him if he could hit the next ball in the air. So a catch, please.
22 required. We're in the 14th over.
12 balls remaining. It's nearly out of 2 a ball. 12 runs and over to win the match. That's a lot to ask.
Gosh,
And
Hogan's in close there.
And another field placement change. This is interesting.
He's in so close. So Laird. And he goes for the big shot. It hits the back net. Brock Lawrence pumping the air. He decided that was the ball that he wanted to go. Executing beautifully. 7 scored. Well, this game's had a lot of turns, and there's another one there. 2 sevens from Pearce in that last partnership, and a 7 there from Lawrence. So 15 off the last 2 overs, Bruce. Anyone's game.
Yeah, I think they'll go with Hogan here with this over because I think you've got to take the pace out of the game. Prosper's probably not going to be like the ball not coming on the bat. I certainly would probably look at, well, no, they're going to go with Crichton. They're going to go with Crichton. And it'll be interesting to see what Lawrence does there. He's shucked the shackles and hit his 7. He's pointing. He's having a bit of a keep his eyes on each other. So
a wicket here makes it challenging for Cyclones. Not impossible, but 2 wickets.
16 runs to win, 8 runs and over. Yep. 8 runs and over. That's about what you'd want to be at.
Yep. Crichton, a leg spinner, uppishly dropped there.
There was a chance too for a catch.
But Lawrence hit it very hard. Gilbert got a hand to it.
Well, that comes off the net and takes the catch. It's game on.
3 for 3. Prosper now. Oh, the bars came off. I'm not sure what happened there, but inside
I think Harry's hand's a bit too close to the stumps.
Yeah. Thought Prosper might have hit the stumps, but effective shot in the end. Score 99. 11 to win, 10 to tie. Crichton, short, slammed into the court. 2 more. 101, 100 up. Three balls left this over, and then an over to come after that. Queensland, we're looking for a wicket. So go silent as we wait for the next ball. Prosper. Again, down and up, thrown in by... That was Dolan, I think.
2 balls remaining in the over. 102, 109, 8 runs needed. 8 runs needed. Anything can happen in this game. Anything can happen.
Short and pulled into the ground. Laird, he's got a no ball. He's run out.
Got him. Well, he did say at the start of the over to his partner, keep an eye on the eyes. Lawrence got in a short one, said no. Prosper kept coming. Well.
Yeah, look, they could afford to have a dot ball there in that situation. And
yeah, I'm certain Lawrence has said no. Prosper kept coming. Picked up by Laird, top end, run out. 1 ball left in the over.
outside off stump, played and missed.
Oh, swung a mile.
And,
Prosper's feet didn't move. Is that nerves, Dave?
Yeah, well.
Is that nerves?
We've seen it a couple of times with Prosper. One, he let the ball hit him on the leg. So, Lawrence, what a performer. He scored 16 of this partnership, so out of the 20. 13 to win.
And the key here is going to be, Dave, I'm just preempting this. There's 6 balls remaining, 12 runs to a ball. Whether they can go to a ball or whether someone takes it into their own hands to try and win this going, big runs at the back net.
Yep.
And the blokes on strike who can do it.
Yep.
Big finish.
You know, it's interesting whether he rehearses in his mind. If the ball's up there, will he go for it? You know.
Tonks. Well, the wicket keeper's come to bowl. He'll bowl around the wicket into the hip. He got a little bit of pace, but I expect that's where it's going to go.
Yeah.
He's not going to give Lawrence too much room. Very good bat, but he's shown today. Lawrence showed his quality as a leader.
So Harry Tonks, he's performed particularly well on the field today. So it slammed down the court, 5! A 5! Well, that one wide outside off stump, Bruce, but he managed to flat bat it to the back. So 102.
Still need 8 to win, 5 balls remaining, still 2 a ball. Got it back to 2 a ball.
I think a wicket would probably do it for Queensland.
I think so, or a couple of dots.
This ball on the stumps, down the wicket. There's the stumps, it's the stumps!
Got him.
Noah Gilbert.
Noah Gilbert. Well,
Noah Gilbert plucking it out of the air. Jared Prosper hitting it 2 straight.
now they got no choice. Cyclones, they've got to go the back net. Queensland may send everyone back, but it's now going to go. They have no chance here. 12 runs, 4 balls, 3 a ball. They've got to go back net. Well, this is it. This is the ball here.
This ball full, he goes for it. But well kept off the net there by Laird.
Now they need to bring it. They'll bring everyone back, Queensland. They know they've got to go back net.
So keeping it full.
Good line there from Tonks, but
Harry
didn't he?
Tonks, yeah.
Gave him no.
Yeah,
no
no,
width.
giving away no extras. This is crucial at this stage. Prosper into the side net for 2.
They're going to leave. Lawrence has got to try and win this off his own bat. They've now 2 left, 3 left.
2 or 3?
2?
2, I think.
2 left. 2 left. They're bringing them back, Queensland. They know that Lawrence has to go full distance, 7 runs.
So 3 on the back net. This ball, he goes for it into the side net for 3. Attempt at the stumps. So 103.
Well, 7 wins them the match off the last ball.
Jared
A
Prosper.
5, 1 short. Prosper last delivery. Well, what a way to finish it.
Harry Tonks.
And Jeremy Croydon standing right in front of me.
Bowled very good line this over. This ball. He goes for it. Straight down the wicket. It's going to hit the side in the back net. They get 4. There'll be a run out. He's been given out.
Queensland
Game.
have won it. Well,
Queensland have won it.
unbelievable.
What a game.
What a way to finish a title. Oh,
Come with excitement, the Queenslanders.
great game.
And a brilliant game.
Great
coming
game,
right
both
down
teams.
to the last ball.
Big credit to New South Wales Cyclones. Queensland home off the last ball of the match. David, well,
Right down to the last ball.
well,
That's the sort of grand final you want.
how do you win one of those like that? That's and they still got 4 off that last ball. They needed 5 to get the draw, and they would have still been 1 short. But what a way New South Wales country fought back. Oh, tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, Brock Lawrence, when he hit that 7, second last over, I thought if they could retain their wickets, they're almost home. But Queensland kept taking wickets. They kept applying pressure. That last over from Tonks, brilliant. At the stumps, full, and they're fielding Noah Gilbert, the run out in the last over. So just keeping their composure, I think, in those last couple of overs was crucial for Queensland.
And if we go back and have a look at both score sheets, David, I'd like to think that that those wides, it'd be interesting to see what our totals were against each other, because both teams really batted well. They took their chances, but just those extra little bit of runs could have been the difference in this score sheet. Well, what a game. What an absolute cracker of a match. Queensland versus Cyclones. Queensland's come out on top in the under-15 national championships here at Dubbo. And there the Queensland side just giving their supporters a huge rap. And I feel for the Cyclones because they've been a very good side all week.
Yeah, the top 2 teams showing why they've done so well and why they finished 1-2. And Bruce, you suggested this would be a top game, and you weren't wrong. Not much between these two sides.
110. I said 110 at the start of this thing would be an absolute cracker of a match.
Such small margins in the game. The brilliant bit of wicket keeping of Harry Tonks. He kept superbly all game. His bowling as well, and his ability to be composed under pressure. Brock Lawrence almost won it for his side, and you can see now he's a little bit emotional. And, for someone as young as these boys, sometimes, it's a lesson about how to handle winning and losing.
Oh, you do a lot of training, a lot of hours driving for the parents and everything. For Queensland, a lot of work involved, money spent, hard yards to get to this level. And for the teams that didn't make the final today, something to aspire to play at that level for 32 overs in front of the nation. And for the people at home, I hope that you've enjoyed this game that we've been able to produce. Both teams absolutely a credit to their states and the centres that they play at, and by no means should they go home without, with their chins down in their face. That was an absolute fantastic game of indoor cricket.
Yep. So both teams should be proud of their performance, and the game ebbed and flowed, all through the 2 innings. We really didn't know who was going to win.
It had everything. You know, field placings, ability to field the ball off the net. Watching Laris field in the in the first innings, his hands were sensational. I thought Corn bowled extremely well. Atley was a great effort down the front. Then you take back Tonks, Brandon. You look at Noah Gilbert's bowling, and of course the opportunity, you know, with their look. Both sides, fantastic effort. Absolutely fantastic effort.
So congratulations to the coaches of the two teams, and New South Wales country, of course, have that challenge, and Queensland probably have that challenge as well, where you've got boys coming from different parts of the state. Queensland's such a huge state geographically, and you said there was a couple of boys from North Queensland, but being able to manage that program and trying to get everyone to be prepared for the tournament has been a challenge, so congratulations to both teams on doing that. New South Wales country come from diverse parts of the state as well. So, you know, the ability to get everyone together at one time is a little bit limited compared to the city teams, but they've done particularly well. They're shown by they're the two best teams in this competition.
The good part about this is we finished our competition, and just on the other court, Victoria ladies are playing Cyclones. So thanks, David, for the commentary.
Bruce, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks very much. It's been great. Thank you very much.
Yep,
New
thanks
South
for
Wales
joining me.
Cyclones and Queensland, well done.
And giving us your insight. It's been really appreciated. So what we're going to be doing now on Channel 2 is to cross to Channel 1 for the end of the final in the 17s and under girls, where Victoria are leading at the moment, 92-79. They're batting second, so they're well on top. But thanks very much for joining us on the Cricket Australia live stream, National Junior Indoor Cricket Championships. Congratulations to Queensland and the Cyclones, but Queensland for taking it off for the first time in the 15s since 2012. But we'll cross live to Court 1 and for the presentations for the 15s and under and 17s and under girls. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Queen.